This is Matt with Metal Express Radio. I have with me Paul of November's Doom. How are you today, man?
Good, man. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thanks again for your time. Been a long-time fan, so it's great to have you on.
Excellent, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So November's Doom 12th album is out September 19th, entitled Major Arcana. What can you tell fans about the upcoming release?
Well, like every other band, we're here to praise the new record, and I know we say this, all bands say this. Every time a new record comes out, people say, oh, what do you think about this one? Of course, all bands are going to say it's our best thing yet. We believe that. We truly think that we have pushed ourselves. We've done every album, and we've always tried to progress and push the boundaries a little bit more without going too far over where fans won't accept it anymore. So we do everything gradually. And I think this album finally was the culmination of all of those years of us adding little elements, and the last thing to be added was the new vocal style I added into the band. And I think it has opened up a lot of doors, and I feel that we all did the absolute best performance of our careers on this record.
How was the writing and recording process, having this being your 12th album?
The number doesn't matter. We always have original ideas, and we're good. This album was a little bit more difficult to write because of the pandemic and the lockdown, and we had to take a long break. Nephilim Grove, our last album, came out. We announced a Australia-New Zealand tour, and 1 week later, lockdown, and we canceled the Australian-New Zealand tour, and then that was that. I mean, we were pretty defeated. We never got to go out and promote that record at all. So we weren't really quick to want to sit down and write another album. We were still pissed off that we couldn't do anything with that one. So we waited. We hoped that the world, 2 weeks to flatten the curve, we hoped that we would be able to resume within 6 months or something like that, and then go out, and it just didn't work out that way. So, yeah, man, it crushed us for a while. It took a couple of years before we decided, all right, let's put that behind us and let's start writing.
I know this was your first album you've put out in 6 years. Did that have to do with just kind of the pandemic and the world halting?
100%. I mean, we never took this long. It was just, I think the pandemic and we all in the band needed that bit of a break. We needed to, take a step back from each other. We're family. We fight like family. So I think stress was high. We were all stressed because of pandemic. We were all stressed because of, the previous album. So, yeah, I mean, I think we just needed to do it at the right time. That's all. And when we were ready, then we were ready.
And on September 26th, you have an album release show, and you're also lined up to play the Maryland Death Fest with a killer lineup. What else do you see as far as plans for you and November's Doom to promote the album?
Well, 6 days from now, we're playing Prog Power in Atlanta. So that'll be the actual, in 6 days will be the debut of any of our new stuff live. We've never played it live in front of a crowd yet, so we'll see how that goes. Prog Power gets it. They're getting 3 new songs. After Prog Power, then we come home, we do the Chicago record release show. We'll do the majority of the new album at that show. Then we come back. I believe we have 2 shows in New York in October. They haven't been announced yet, but I know it's very, very close. Then we come back, and then the plan is to go to LA, San Diego. We're doing the Old Man Tour. So we're flying out, doing a few shows in local areas, coming home. Another weekend we'll go out, do something somewhere else, because none of us are of age or health or of mind to go out on a bus and do that anymore. We can't do it.
So you mentioned you're playing a prog festival, and you also have like Maryland Death Fest lined up. How is it to kind of just play to like such a diverse an audience?
Prog Power is a surprising one. We were invited to play this year. That was a fest I never expected to be invited to play, but we're excited for this one, more so than any of the other ones. It's a new kind of audience for us, and yeah, man, our job is to go in there and turn some heads, and we'll see how it goes, man. I'm excited for it. Our band is one of those kind of bands that has always been really hard to pigeonhole us. You know, you can't call us death metal. We have ballads and stuff like that. We're not doom. We do fast beat. I mean, there are so many elements to this band. You can't put us in one category. So we play a dark form of metal. That's it.
And you've done everything between large festivals and have toured clubs. What do you see as kind of pros and cons to doing larger festivals as opposed to clubs?
There's no cons to the larger festivals. You get the most bang for your buck. One trip, you know, you can go play small clubs and do a tour, and you're playing the little tiny clubs, and by the end of that tour, you may have played in front of 10,000 people in total if you really had decent turnouts for a run. You go to Europe, you play one festival, even a side tent, and you've just played in front of 15,000 people in one shot. You cannot beat that. It's you get in front of the most eyes and ears as you can at a festival. So that's, I mean, smaller clubs, they're great, but they're great for one-offs, two-offs, the things like we're doing on this tour. But to tour and hit all those small, the amount of time and money and everything that goes into setup and travel and gear and all of that, it's easier to go to Europe, get two festivals, weekend to weekend, fill it up with a couple shows in between, and then we've had a great week run.
Now, I know you've been a band for well over 30 years. Is there anyone that you've haven't toured with that you would want to?
There's only one band that I can think of that we have never shared a stage with. And I'm talking like shared a stage, playing festivals with some of these bands and things like that. Because we don't tour much, so I kind of consider it, who would I want to share a stage with? We've played with Slayer, Black Sabbath with Ozzy in Belgium, Judas Priest, Kiss, Iron Maiden. I mean, we have Slayer. We've played with all of these bands at festivals at some point in our career, except Metallica. It is the only band I have never been on a bill with in our career, so maybe that's a bucket list thing for me. I'd love to share a stage with Metallica at some point, and then I pretty much hit them all.
Have your bands
that I care about.
Now, that is a big bucket list, but hey, you got Ozzy and Sabbath under your belt, that in itself, you know?
I am grateful that we had the opportunity to play a festival with Black Sabbath with Ozzy. It was quite a moment.
Now, was that when Tommy Kleftos was playing drums, or did they have Bill Ward?
That was the first final show.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the first. This is our last show, and we're like, woo, we get to play this one. And then they obviously went on and did a bunch more shows, but yeah.
Yeah, Kleftos was awesome. He was a great fit with that band.
Yeah, he was good.
So out of 12 albums with November's Doom, what is one you would suggest to a new fan?
Take the new one. Take Major Arcana. It's the best of all of us. It really showcases the talents of this band. It goes from our softest side to our heaviest side, and you get all in between. So that's the most rounded album. Yeah, if you want something darker and heavier, go to like Pale Haunt or Inri, In Tonight's Requiem Inferno. So I mean, there are albums to suit people's tastes, but I think if you want the overall, what we're all about, check out the new record. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
And with 30 plus years as a band, 12 albums, significant amount of lineup changes, what do you see has been the key to the longevity of November's Doom?
Passion and stubbornness. We love this so much. I mean, I used to call it a hobby, and that I never meant it as this band has never been a hobby to me. I said hobby because I don't make a living off of November's Doom. So it wasn't a hobby. It's a passion. I do it because I love what we create. I love what me and the rest of the guys can sit down and come up with and present to people. I think we gel very well. And it's just that, it's that love for that finished product. I mean, we get it done and we're like, man, this is fantastic. Yeah, we're really proud of the stuff we put out. So, there's a lot of songs that don't make the cut and things like that. So we're quite proud of everything that gets released.
Is there anything that we haven't covered that you'd like to throw in?
No, sir. This is the 20th anniversary of the Pale Hunt departure, so we also have collector's editions of that album coming out at the same time the new record comes out. So if you were a fan of that, definitely pick it up. There's some cool little things. 36-page book with all kinds of information and how we got Dan Swano out of retirement to mix our record and get him back in the business. He tells a whole story in the beginning of that book about it. It's great. So fans get a nice little package if they want that.
And again, with the band's longevity, my last question I have is, what are just some of your favorite memories you can take away from over 3 decades with November's Doom?
Wow. I have so many good memories of tours that we had fun on, of festivals that we've played. The first time we ever stepped foot in Europe, first time we ever played Europe on tour, we toured with, we brought Saturnus, oh my God, I can't think of it. It'll come to me. We brought them on tour with us. It was the first time, and I get sort of, I pick bands on tour that I want to see that I never got a chance to see. So it's like, oh man, I'd see if Saturnus will do it. So I picked these bands, and we became like best friends day one. Me and Thomas we're inseparable now. He caught me at a very vulnerable moment. It's my first time on tour. My daughter was 3, and there's the time difference, and I'm in a room by myself, and I'm talking to her, and she's sobbing, begging me to come home, and I'm like, oh my God, it was killing me. So I'm crying with this. I'm like, kid, I promise you I'll come home as soon as I possibly can. And Thomas just heard me and stayed outside the door and listened to the conversation. And when it was all done and I hung up, I just kind of hung my head, and I'm like, what am I doing, man? I should go home. And he walked in the door, and he went, no, you belong here. And he came over, he gave me a big hug. He's like, it'll be okay. And he talked me down, man. Thomas is now one of my dearest friends in life. So kindness, man. Kindness goes a long way.
Yeah, as a dad, I can really appreciate that, and I can also appreciate what you do in the metal community, because as we all know, there's no one really gets rich off of heavy metal. You do it because you love it. If you look at me, this is my full-time job. I'm on my lunch break.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, and I'm on my lunch break right now because this is a passion of mine as well. So I can totally appreciate that.
That's excellent. Yeah, my other passion is Star Wars and the 501st. So I do that. We go on. I'm the Mandalorian. I'm a stormtrooper. I'm a few other things, and then we go do children's hospitals and charities, and we're trooping probably once a week.
That's amazing.
Yeah, charity work. I'll bring smiles to kids' faces, man. That's all we want to do.
Is there any way myself and everyone listening can look that up?
Oh yeah, you can look up. I'm part of what's called the Midwest Garrison. We got, my wife is also involved in the Midwest Garrison. She's Bo-Katan and some other stuff, but we have trading cards.
That's awesome.
So we have all this goofy stuff, and you can check out 501stlegion.com or midwestgarrison.com, and that's our local Midwestern group of guys and girls.
That is amazing. I never knew that.
We're run by the mouse. It's LFL official. So anything we do, we get approval from Lucasfilm. They will set stuff up for us, like official. We did the Sox game, and we did like events like that where they set it up and you follow their rules. Your costume has to be perfect. You can't talk out of turn. If you do a baseball game, you can't throw the first pitch because they don't want you to look like a buffoon. If you don't throw, their character doesn't make it over. So it's pretty strict, but it's also very. They allow a lot, so it's really nice.
That's about all the questions I got for you. Myself and the whole crew at Metal Express Radio wish you and November's Doom the best of luck promoting the new album and a successful year.